Hi everyone, this is Sultan, and in this video I'll show you how you can include unique product identifiers to your WooCommerce products such as GTIN, MPN, brand, and other such unique identifiers using custom fields that come with Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce. So let's get started. So what you're looking at is basically the product data specification that Google suggests you need to submit to get your products approved on Google Shopping in Google Merchant Center. Now here, if I scroll down, you'll see it has listed all the attributes that Google accepts when you submit product feed, and here you'll see it says which ones are required, which means you must submit to get approved, and which are optional. So if I scroll down, you will see that there's a section called product identifiers, and here there are three specific product identifiers that are required. One is the brand, one is the GTIN, and the other one is MPN. Alright, so these three are required attributes, and to get approved on Google you need to submit either the brand and the GTIN or the brand and the MPN. Any two of these is gonna work. Alright, so the problem here is that within WooCommerce there are no default fields to include these values to your products. Alright, so to solve that issue, most people either create custom fields using codes, or they use other plugins to get the custom fields for these attributes. Okay, so this is where a Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce can help you out. The plugin itself comes with custom fields with which you can include those product identifiers to your products within WooCommerce. Okay, now this will not just be helpful for Google, this can be used for any merchant that requires these values. And I believe there are a lot of merchants that requires GTIN as a mandatory field, and the brand also helps to promote your products much more. Alright, so let me show you how easily you can enable these custom fields. First, you need to have Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce plugin installed and activated. I already have that, and you can see I'm on the settings page. Now once you go to the settings menu, just click on the controls tab, and here enable this option. This is the add unique product identifiers, which includes custom fields for all these values: brand, GTIN, MPN, UPC, EAN, JAN, ISBN, ITF14, and it has three other exclusive custom fields for offer price, offer effective date, and additional info. Okay, now you can see that this has more identifier fields than what Google showed. Basically in Google, when you submit the feed, you need to submit your unique identifier under the GTIN value for UPC, EAN, JAN, or ISBN. So whichever one applies to you, you have to submit that using the attribute called GTIN. Okay, but we have included all of this as custom fields so that it's easier for you and they can be used in the structured data of the feed. Alright, so now once you've enabled this, let me show you where they appear in your WooCommerce store. Okay, so what you're looking at is basically a simple product. Okay, so let me just edit this. And once I'm on the product edit page, let me scroll down to the product data section, and here you can see that there is a menu called WPFM custom fields. Just click on that, and once you click on that, you'll see there are a lot of custom fields included here. You can see there is one for product brand, product GTIN, product MPN, and so many more. So these are all the custom fields that comes with Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce. Here you can store the data for these values. My company name is the brand here, and let's say I'm just using a random data for GTIN. Keep in mind you need to use an accurate unique GTIN for your products, because the system in every online marketplace has a checking system for GTIN. So those marketplaces that tell you that you must submit GTIN, you must include a valid GTIN. Alright, for countries that does not have GTIN, that accept EAN, JAN, UPC, you can use whichever field that applies to you. Alright, so I'm just using these two, and for MPN let me just use a random value as well, as this is for test purposes. But keep in mind, when you use these values, you should include the original value, as when you include it in the feed, the marketplace will check if these are correct or not. Alright, so once I've included them, if I update this data will be stored in those fields. As you can see, the values are still there. So these values I can later on use when generating product feed, and I'll show you that in a bit. But before that, as you see, this is a simple product, the fields come a bit differently for variable products. Let me just show you. So this is a variable product. You can see it has two different variations. So let me just edit this product. And once I'm on the product edit page, let me scroll down to the product data section. You can see it's a variable product. You can see there is also a menu called WPFM custom fields. Click on that and you'll see this one doesn't have all those fields here. It just has the product brand field. All right. So what's happening here is that you see for variable products, each variant should have a unique GTIN or MPN or those unique identifiers. All right. Only the brand can be common. For example, let's say my company is selling this gift boxes. So each gift box might have different prices, and since they're different products, they have different GTINs, but all of those are under the same company. So as a result, we have included the product brand under WPFM custom fields, which will be applied to both the variants. Let me just name it RexTheme. And now for the unique identifiers, you need to go and include those within each variant. Let me show you. Now once I clicked on the variation tab, you can see I have two variants for this product. Let me click on the first variation and you'll see that these are the data for this variant. And if I scroll down, there are these unique product identifiers fields included here from the plugin Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce. Alright, so these are the fields you can use to include GTIN and MPN or UPC or all other identifiers whichever applies to you specifically for this variant. Okay, so let me just use random value here again. As I said before, remember to use accurate value. Using wrong value will result in rejection of your products from most marketplaces. So let me just use random value for GTIN and MPN. So that's for the first variant. For the second variant, again, if I enter, you'll see that it has its own unique product identifier custom fields, and there you can include its own GTIN and MPN or any other field that applies to you. Okay, so let's say I'm using random data here as well. Okay, and once I've inputted the values, let me just update the product. And those data will be saved within the product. You can see the brand name is still there, and for the variations, the unique identifiers will be within each variant. Okay, so now so far you have seen how you can enable these custom fields and how you can input data into these custom fields based on a simple product and a variable product. Now let me show you how you can use this value when generating a product feed. The first thing to do is to create a new feed. Just hover on product feed and click on add new feed. So let me just open it in a new tab. And it will take you to this page where you can create a brand new feed. Let me just name it as test, as this is for test purpose. And now you see there are more options. Now these options are already configured based on most marketplaces out there. So in most cases, whichever marketplace you want to generate feed for, you don't have to make any changes to these options. All right. So for now, I'm going to leave these as they are. Let me just scroll down to the feed configuration section. Here for the merchant type, you can choose which merchant you want to generate feed for. Let me just choose Google Shopping. And once I do that, you can see that all the required attributes are listed here. All right. At the very bottom, you can see that you have the brand and you have the MPN here. Okay, so in the product, we have included the brand value, right? So when generating the feed, this is how you include the value of that brand. Here, you need to have this option as attribute. And for the value field, this is the value field. You click on this and scroll down and get past this product custom attributes. Once you get past that, look for this option, WPFM product brand. All right, so that is the brand field that we have used to save the brand name within your products. Okay, now let's move on to MPN. It's the same thing. You need to choose the type field, which is this one, as attribute. You just scroll down, get past this product custom attributes, and look for WPFM product MPN. Okay. And you can see there is no GTIN here. In case you want to include GTIN instead of MPN, you just click on add new attribute and click on please select and scroll down to look for GTIN. Once you find it, click on it and it will be included. Choose the type as attribute, and for the value, scroll down again, get past product custom attributes, and here look for WPFM product GTIN. Okay, mark the sanitization as default and mark this as 0. Alright, so in case you want, you can submit all three together, or if you don't want, you can delete either MPN or GTIN. Both will be accepted, since you must have brand name, and along with that you need to have either MPN or GTIN. Okay, so let me just keep all three and show you how the feed generation works. Alright, so let me scroll up and click on publish. And once the feed is generated, you'll get the option to view the feed on the right side. So let me just view the feed. And you can see for all the products, there's a GTIN, there's an MPN, and there's a RexTheme. These are the values I saved within those products I showed you. You can see for each product, I had different values set up, and you can see all those different values are included for the product identifiers. So that's it. That's how easily you can use the custom fields by Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce to include GTIN, MPN, brand, or any other product identifiers for your WooCommerce products, and generate product feed using those values. And including these values is actually very useful, because in Google, if you want to be eligible for enhanced listing for promotion, then you need to submit these values. Some people think that maybe I will not submit this and say that I don't have identifier available. That's fine as well, but that will not let you promote an enhanced listings, right? So in this case, this is very important. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it really useful. If you get confused at any time, you can always knock our support team. We're always here to try and help you out. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in one of my future videos. Take care.